What's up, people? How we doing? You're welcome to hey. What's up, people? How are you all doing? I know already you're eager to see the content in this video just from the description, from the title. Don't worry, you will get all the gist you want to know from me today. But meanwhile, thank you for being stuck to this channel. Thank you for giving me a part of your life, which is your time, just to watch this video. I don't take it for granted. So if this is the first time of seeing my face or even coming across this channel, you are welcome to the family. And for all my subscribers that have been here with me all through this journey, I just want to say again how much I love you. I love you so much. So without so much wasting of further time, let us go right into today's topic. Calm down. I know you want to hear all the gist I have to spill today. You will get all of them, undiluted, uncensored. You will get all of my gist. But meanwhile, my name is Purity and this is Reality with Purity. So let's get into today's gist. It's a long one. Most people don't believe me when I tell them that I used to be a very shy person. I used to be a victim of low self-esteem. So I can't tell for sure when exactly in my life I kind of started exhibiting the traits of low self-esteem, but I knew that quite early in life, while I was a teenager, I somehow found myself in an environment where I was mostly scolded and criticized than appreciated. So I didn't know what he was doing to me at the time. I didn't know that subconsciously he was building a new personality out of me, a personality that has never been in me or never existed. As a kid, I was this very vibrant kid. I was a jolly good fellow. Everybody loved Purity. Everybody wanted to be around Purity. Purity was this child that never stopped talking. I loved to act, I loved to sing, I loved to dance. So I used to be this very vibrant kid. Then fast forward to my teenage age, I started withdrawing into my shell because most of the time I was made to feel like I wasn't good enough. I was always not getting things right. So instead of being corrected in love, I was being scolded and I kept on withdrawing into my shell, and to a point when I became totally mute. Like I always felt my opinions would never make a difference. I had nothing I could offer that could actually be a solution. So I could be in a group of people, I could be in a room filled with people, and they're asking questions, and I have the answer to this question deep down in my heart. I know this is the answer to this question, but I'd rather not raise my hand because I always felt no, it might be the answer to me, but I know I'm wrong, right? I always had fear in me, fear of getting things wrong. So I kept feeling no, no, it can't be right. I can't be right. So my answer should be wrong. And then someone else raises their hand and they answer with the same thing I wanted to say. And everybody was like, woo, that's so brilliant of you. You see? And in my mind I was like, but I knew that answer. But I didn't say nothing because I was scared that I was gonna be wrong. And I was so scared of failure because I didn't want anyone to laugh at me. I didn't want to be made to be the laughing stock. So I preferred to be in my comfort zone, which was my shell. Here, nothing major was happening. It was just my life. Whether I had a purpose in life, it didn't matter at that moment. I just wanted to live my life, like wake up in the morning, eat my food, just with friends I wanted to just with, do whatever I wanted to do, and that is it, right? So that's how my life was going on until I realized it was a problem. The more I kept growing, almost leaving the teenage, I began to realize that this is actually a problem. And if I continue like this, my whole life will be a mess. My whole life will be a problem. My whole life will be complicated, right? So I took the first step to every process of change, and that is what recognizing your problem and then making up your mind to fix that problem. So I recognized my problem was low self-esteem. I used to be very timid. I couldn't be in a gathering of 3 people and I'm asked to speak and my voice will not be shaking, or I would not maybe start shedding tears. I will be so nervous. I will be so disorganized. It was that bad. A group of 3 persons. So that's why in the future, later on in my life, when some people heard about some public things I did, public offices I ran for, how I had to talk to a large number of people, they were like, Purity, are you sure? You know, like, are you sure? Because people that know me know that I can't stand 3 people. It was terrible. So I decided I was going to do something. So immediately I finished secondary school, it was a conscious effort. I said, since I can't stand in the midst of adults to really talk, because probably they are adults, they may have so much knowledge, so much exposure that they can now decide to suppose with mine and then know whether I'm going to be a laughing stock or not. So I didn't want to do that headache. I said, let me start from the very base of it. I said to start with kids, with children. And I told myself, if I would be able to express myself comfortably in children who don't have the knowledge, they don't have the experience to judge me, they don't have a standard to weigh me on, like they are just kids. Whatever, I can be myself around.
Are you playing? What type of playing is this? This is playing?
No, I can be myself around kids, right? They won't judge me. They don't know what's good or what's not good. They're like, I'm not talking about kids of these days. Kids of those days. Kids then, they really weren't as spoken as these ones now. So I said I was going to start from the very base, like from the very beginning. So I got a job. It was almost like a free job, but it was something that kept me engaged and helped me in building me to who I am today. So I took this job as a nursery school teacher. I will not forget when I went for the interview to meet the proprietress of the school, and then she looked at me and said, how old are you? I told her I was 17. She said, are you done with secondary school? I said, yes ma'am, I'm done with secondary school. Are you not too small for this job? Are you sure you can do it? I'll never forget that experience, but I'm really grateful to her for giving me the opportunity eventually. So I got the job just by the fact that I'm my father's daughter. Like, I got the job because she knows my dad. She was like, okay, I can give it a try. And I'm so glad I actually proved myself right and I proved her wrong. I did the job perfectly. I was promoted to several levels and it was awesome. So that was where I started. I started teaching nursery school children. From nursery school children, I started getting comfortable enough teaching primary school children. I don't know how the school system is right now though, but then the school system, at least teachers are the ones that organize assemblies, morning assemblies, whatever, inspection, games, inter-house sports and all those things. So I saw myself getting to stand in front of kids to organize them for morning devotion, organize them for morning assembly, and I gradually started getting very comfortable around kids. Very comfortable around kids. From nursery school, I started getting comfortable with primary school kids, and that was where my journey started, guys. I became a pro with kids. Like, I was so comfortable. I could come down to their level to communicate with them. I could really say things to them. I was always around kids. Kids were always around me, and that was the story, the encounter that changed my life for good. So on the radio then, there was this man, Mr. Innocent Usa. I don't know who that man is. If he's gonna see this video someday, I would want him to know that I really appreciate his work in my life. I'm not even sure he's gonna remember me or remember the events or things that happened around the time I met with him, but he was my mentor, first ever mentor in this regard, in this field, and he motivated me, he inspired me to do more. So, Mr. Innocent Usa, if you happen to come across this video, I am a product of your work in Jos Plateau State. The Innocent Minds Initiative. Whenever I listened to him on radio, I was always inspired, I was motivated. I said I was going to meet this man one-on-one, right? I eventually I met with him at his office. I joined his volunteer group. We were doing the Innocent Minds Initiative, as at the time was into helping youths break free from addictions. pornography, masturbation, smoking, whatever addiction you might have, they were helping you to break, and it was really working. Mr. Innocent Usa, you did a good job with the youth back then, and I'm really grateful. Like, you are a good man. He was not so friendly with me, because I remember the day I had the first session I had with him, he gave me a book. I said he was not going to give me this book for free because I needed to pay, since I am determined to break free from low self-esteem. He said he had the capacity to give me the book for free, but he would prefer I use my money. I said, then the book was 1.5 and it was a big money. It was big money then, 1.5. So he said that I should use my money and buy the book, so I could place some level of importance on the book and the information I would get from there, and that the book, that the Confidence Makeover. That's the name of the book that changed my life. Confidence Makeover by Kate Johnson. Kate is spelled Keith Johnson. I recommend it to anyone struggling with trying to find your second home. Please get that book. You need it. Like, you can never get tired of reading that book. It used to be a life manual for me. So that was what happened. I started reading the book. I learned how to communicate with people. I learned that is where most people that know me, when I'm talking to you, I look into your eyes. Like Mr. Innocent will tell me then, you don't talk to people and you're bending down, no, or you're looking around. Look into their eyes. Put the other person in the defensive. Like, no matter what they want to say, just keep looking at their eyes. And instead they say what they want to say, head out like with their full chest, or they just pedal down and just withdraw. But the boldness, even if you are faking it, fake it enough to maintain the gaze. Like, just keep looking at them. Keep looking at them. So I learned how to talk to people while looking into their eyes. It helped me, because no matter how I'm melting inside, I may be melting inside. Oh my God, I'm nervous, I'm shaking, but okay, I'm looking at your eyes. Outwardly, you would think, this girl is bold. So people started associating me with boldness. People started associating me with outspokenness, and the more people started perceiving me in that light, the more I was becoming that. Till I am now this full-blown bold lady. But once in a while, there are traces of timidity that comes up in me. I'm really shy. I'm really a shy person. If I have to be in a space where I have to come up and everyone is looking at me and I'm speaking to them, I get very nervous. Even up to this very moment, I get very nervous before I start. But the moment I start, the nervousness just melts away, and I am brand new. I am purity, a daisy chuku, and I am spitting out pain, like spitting it out. I am no longer a victim of timidity, neither am I a victim of low self-esteem anymore. I am just a lady who is doing her best to live out her purpose on earth. And I think that is the best thing that can happen to anyone. So please, mine started, I found my own base. My own base was starting with kids. I don't know what your base could be. What if you're not having so much issues, you could start with adults. Maybe just try to read up, before you meet someone, try to know them well, so you don't have this nervousness around you when you're speaking to them. Just do what you do with confidence, and the confidence comes from within. Like, you can't fake confidence. Most people mistake confidence for pride. Like, they are proud and they feel they're just confident. No, being confident is being in the totality of your personality, in the fullness of who you are. You're just contented with your personality, and day by day you are working tirelessly to improve that personality you have. Most times people like really ask me, like, sincerely, like, Purity, are you serious that you have not always been like this? Really, I haven't. I walked myself to this point where I can actually sit in front of this camera and talk to you guys. I did a lot of reading of books. I did a lot of attending seminars. I once attended a seminar of the Uncommon Man Network by Mr. Praise Fowowe. Yes. So those two men helped my life then. I had Mr. Innocent Usa, Mr. Praise Fowowe. They don't even know me. Like, they must have forgotten me. They may remember the name Purity, but my encounter and sitting under their teachings really played a major role in my life. I am really grateful for who I am today. I am not there yet, but I can as well say I am not where I used to be, and I am still positioned and poised to help any other person, any younger person, even someone older, whoever that wishes to be helped. in any way I can to help them, because I would know I can do something, but because of the way I see myself, I would just tell myself I can't do it. It just makes you unproductive. It makes you unproductive. So get back your confidence today. Please look for the book The Confidence Makeover by Kate Johnson. Kate is spelled Keith Johnson. So I'm pretty much sure that I have said a lot. How I broke free from low self-esteem and timidity is by recognizing first that I had the problem, making up my mind, deciding to fix the problem, going ahead to find solution, where I decided out my own discretion to start from the base. I started by learning to be comfortable around children, talking to them, and conversing with them, having good communication with them, and from there I improved, got better with speaking to teenagers and then speaking to adults, and the rest is history. No one should die with low self-esteem. You are more than you even think you are. You are, most importantly, you are more than anybody tells you that you are. You are everything God says you are. So if it takes you breaking free from that comfort zone, from that shell you're hiding yourself in, please break free. Come out, live out your full potential. Be who you know. Be who God says you are. The world is waiting for your manifestation. Like, who is gonna be you if not you? Like, come on now. I think calm now. Think calm. Just reason it. Who would be you if not you? No one was created to be you except you. So that means there's a spot in the universe that is missing without being filled. There's this vacuum that is there that has not been filled, and nobody can fill it because you alone can fill it. So please come out, join me, come out, just come out from that comfort zone. Fill up that vacuum in the universe. Do what you were meant to do. Fulfill what you were meant to fulfill in this part of the world, in this part of life, because tomorrow is not promised. So just let it be that whenever God decides you're leaving this earth, that you have served humanity with everything that has been bestowed and embedded in you. The world needs to experience you. Come out and show us what you've got. And nobody can show us if not you. Low self-esteem can be misinterpreted for humility, or it could be mistaken for humility. Sometimes some people are not humble. They just don't feel good about themselves until they discover themselves. So guys, please, just like every other killer out there is in the world, low self-esteem can ruin a lot of things for you. Come out, be bold, be expressive, be outspoken, but don't be proud. That is where you will lose it. There is a thin line with high self-esteem and pride. So be able to express yourself in your fullness, be able to achieve all your goals and everything without being proud. Still maintain humility in the midst of discovering yourself. I've said enough for one day. I hope this meets someone well and to come across as helpful. Yeah. If this video meant anything to you, please like it, give it a thumbs up, share, comment, and then subscribe. Very important. I want to know that you are in my community. I want to know that you are in my space. Please subscribe. And then lastly, please turn on the notification bell so that whenever I have a new content uploaded, you would see it. That's pretty simple, right? Please do that for me. Thank you guys for sticking with me. Thank you guys for watching up to this moment. Thank you for staying here. I love you all. I love you all. We'll keep talking about stuff that pertains to every one of us, that pertains to life, that pertains to every day, that pertains to reality on this same channel. So stay glued to Reality with Purity, because we are out to teach you guys value. Thank you and peace out. Woo, peace out.